Hey, it's Mark Slane with the United States Krav Maga Association. All of our competitors suck, and we're the only ones doing it right. I hate when I hear that. That drives me crazy. The Krav community, I guess we're a bunch of type A personalities. But if you're not doing techniques the way we're doing it, you're wrong. And, I hear that, those other people are just in it for the money. Well, we're pure and virtuous and, I don't know, in it just to help people. Um, Honestly, we're not far enough away from the founding of Krav Maga to have screwed it up too bad yet. We're all teaching pretty darn similar stuff. I honestly believe in our organization that we've seen every technique, we've tried them all, we've kept what we think is the absolute best. We teach the right way, everything's under stress and exhaustion and go, 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 and we're absolutely doing it right, better than anybody else. But you know what? Every single person that runs a Krav organization or every instructor thinks the exact same thing. We can't all be right. I suppose there's one person doing it absolutely right and the rest aren't, but we all think we are. A lot of times I hear myself say, I wouldn't say that's wrong, but it's not as right as what we're doing. What we're doing is righter. It's just, we see stuff out there that, it works. It's good. We think we're doing it this way because blah, blah, blah. But you know what? When they see what we're doing, they would be able to say the same thing. Well, I like what we're doing better because of blah, blah, blah. Interesting study I just heard about. San Francisco police, they evidently had 3 different groups, of trainees being taught by 3 different instructors. I guess, it's a huge department and all that, but they found out that the handgun retention, I think it was retention in a holster, they were all teaching, the 3 of them were teaching a different technique. And they decided, let's put a study on to see which one's the best. So I don't know if it was a year or 2, but out on the street for real, when somebody was trying to get their weapon, they had 3 different techniques they were doing. And they also had a 4th group that didn't know any. And I assume these were new recruits that were out riding with another officer. I don't know why they'd be out there without any training, but it was a 4th group. And you know what they found out at the end of this study? It didn't matter which technique it was. As long as they were doing a weapon retention technique, they all had like the same percentages of working. And they were all 3 way better than the group that didn't know any of them. So, each of those instructors thought they were teaching the best technique, and it ended up they were all pretty much the same. They all did exactly what they were supposed to do. They were just a different thought, a different take on it. And, I guess that's what I look at in our Krav Maga circles. Lots of Krav Maga organizations. But you know what? On a scale of teaching people to be safe, let's say, I don't know, the average traditional martial art on a scale of 100 is maybe a 50 or a 60. Other self-defense systems out there, maybe an 80, and all the Krav organizations are between 90 and 94 as far as how good they're teaching as far as real world self-defense. There's not that much of a difference between 90 and 94. As far as a student goes, if you're in Krav Maga, you're doing good. It's way better than a lot of things you could be taking. There's a lot of good people out there. I got a good friend, Ernie Kirk, he runs an organization. Michael Margolin with Worldwide is one of the best instructors I've ever seen. John Whitman was one of the best instructors I've ever seen. I would say, as far as a student goes, if what they're teaching is easy and effective and it doesn't rely on how big and strong you are, small people can do it, they're making people safer. You know what? I don't look at my competitors as bad guys or enemies. I look at, hey, we're all doing the same thing. We care about people. We've decided to put our life into making people safer and teaching Krav Maga and seminars, and we're on the road all the time. I look at them as people like me doing the exact same thing I am, not as people I have as enemies or people I have to hate or go against. So truly, if you're in Krav Maga and I get asked, all the time, do you have a gym in such and such area? I'm like, no, but here are the organizations that I would recommend. Look and see if these groups have any gyms. I certainly don't tell them, no, we don't, everybody else sucks. It's like, I know Krav Maga is Krav Maga for the most part, and it's all pretty good. If you're looking at a Krav gym, are they teaching easy stuff and effective stuff, and it doesn't rely on how big and strong you are? Again, is everything put under stress and exhaustion? Well, then go for it. That's the way it should be. Now, as far as gym owners go, and I guess here's a little selling for the USKMA, I think we're doing things for gym owners that nobody else is. We've got a social media guru that teaches them how to market on social media. We got Chuck Heacock, world-class salesman, been doing it for all of his life, could sell ice cubes to an Eskimo. We've got him on staff teaching our affiliates how to sell and get people in there. We've got a system down where we got on our new phone app, we've got everything you can want, lesson plans and videos on full classes and talks on how to do classes, intros, our full curriculum. You can just go and look at, see it taught. I do believe as far as a gym owner goes, we've got a system that will get people in the door and that we're ahead of everybody else with that. But again, as far as students go, Krav Maga is so much better than anything else. If you're looking for real-world self-defense, we're all teaching pretty similar stuff. And again, these other people aren't my enemies that I have to badmouth. They're buddies, if anything else. We're all doing the same thing. We all care about the same thing. Mark Slane, United States Krav Maga Association.